Unit 3, Portable Tents. If you are outside in Taiwan, whether for a day or just for a couple of hours, you are almost certain to see one of these tents at some point. The handy, portable structures make convenient shelters from the sun and the rain for many occasions. Most often, they are used for events where groups of people may gather for extended periods of time. Tents are basically any structure with a portable frame and some kind of covering. Traditionally, they would have been peaked, and still are for the most part, but sometimes rounded tops are used. The types we normally see here in Taiwan consist of a metal frame and a tarpaulin enclosure. There are companies that rent these large tents as their business. They have many different sizes and colors of tents available for different occasions. Also provided with the rental is a crew of laborers who will come out and set it up for you. For these experienced workers, setting up a tent takes no time at all. Once they have put the tent up, the renter can then decorate the inside as they see fit for their function. When finished, the crew will also take down the structure. Some events that they are used for include funerals, weddings, religious gatherings, and fairs. For funerals, a tent is set up in front of the deceased's home. Unfortunately, Taiwan homes rarely, if ever, have a front yard. This means that the tents are set up on the side or even in the middle of the street. If you are driving along a street where a funeral tent is set up, show some respect for the departed and the grieving friends and relatives by slowing down and making the area a little safer. Situations like this are not ideal, but in any country where land is at a shortage, we have to make do. In areas where tourists are known to congregate, you will often find long, wall-less tents with vendors set up underneath. Various local peddlers will set up shop in such locations during peak season to take advantage of the multitudes of people, some selling snacks, fruits, and cold drinks, while others might have trinkets, clothing, and local artwork to peddle. It is a cheap alternative to building an entire store and offers the owner the luxury of being able to move the shop if the location is not good. Tents have been used throughout human history for many of the same reasons we use them for today, and the primary function has always been to give us shelter from the elements. Though their function has not changed, materials to make them has. Primitive tents would have been constructed from leaves and sticks. Later, in some areas of the world, tanned animal hides, rigid wooden poles, and rope would have made much more stable refuges. In modern times, aluminum or graphite poles have been used to create much larger tents that earlier materials would not have been able to do. As well, light synthetic materials such as nylon, tarpaulin, and heavy plastics have allowed animals to breathe a little easier, knowing that they aren't going to become part of a wall. The next time you have a family reunion or your local group has a fundraiser, you could consider renting a tent. It will keep the sun off everyone, and if it starts to rain, it will ensure that the show will go on. Word to the wise, though. Tents don't make good shelters from typhoons.